How's it going, guys? Cameron here is Canadian Gamer coming at you with another video. Just wanted to give you my quick and dirty thoughts on the Game Awards. So I actually watched the Game Awards last night. It was over 3.5 hours long. We're not going to go over all the individual trailers and whatnot. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on the matter. So watching the Game Awards, it quickly reminds me of when I was just a wee little lad, and my parents, my family, we used to gather around the TV because back in the day when the Oscars was on TV, back when they used to make good movies, it was entertainment for the whole family. We would get around the TV and you'd watch the A-listers and the celebrities accept their awards. It was a lot of fun to watch that. But then as the 90s went on and into the 2000s and then right up until present, a lot of that stuff is just a shit show, especially when you're talking about the music awards, the Grammy Awards, the MTV Music Awards. And the older I got, the further I stepped away from that stuff, because a lot of times those award shows and even the Academy Awards, they'd be representing movies or television shows or music that was just crap. And this was the type of media that was getting propped up on a pedestal. So I eventually came to the realization that a lot of the good stuff out there, whether it's movies, music, or even television, if you want to seek out the good stuff, you have to really go out there and go looking for it. It's not going to come to you unless you watch these award shows. So, with the Game Awards, it's a little bit different. There are a lot of big AAA releases that would be considered mainstream that I have no problems with. Obviously, Starfield, was only up for one award, which it didn't win. I am a huge fan of Starfield. I can't wait to go back and play it some more. Alan Wake 2. Again, anyone who watched my review the other day, I appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to get any views on that video, and I'm close to 170 views on that video. So I do appreciate anyone who sat through that video. Again, we're getting off topic here. But yeah, so when it comes to video games, I'm actually the opposite as opposed to how I look at things like music and movies. Sometimes it's the indie stuff that's really good. But with gaming, I'm not a huge fan of indie releases. There's good indie titles here and there, but I'm more a fan of the AAA releases. I make no bones about it when I talk about it on the channel. I don't shy away from it. But yeah, watching the Game Awards last night, I don't know, it was just really weird. It was really weird. We didn't really get any trailers for anything that piqued my... I don't remember anything that piqued my interest other than the Sega trailer, which showcased a couple of franchises that Sega is rebooting. Shinobi, Jet Set, Radio Future. Is that how you say it? And a couple of other games as well, Streets of Rage. But then they showed the gameplay. Sega showed the gameplay, a little bit of a snippet in the trailer. And it almost kind of reminded me of a Sega Classics collection on the PS2. So the jury's out on that, whether or not that's going to be legitimate or a cash grab. But aside from that, there really wasn't anything to write home about. I don't know if maybe Microsoft just didn't show up, kind of out of protest because Starfield wasn't really getting represented the way that it should have been, in my opinion, at the Game Awards. Starfield got its own little 30-second spot, little trailer they put out just to remind everybody watching the Game Awards, hey, don't forget about this game. But yeah, no, it was a super cringy awards ceremony. A lot of movie stars coming out that don't play video games, that probably didn't even want to be there, that are presenting awards. You got some kid at the end who looked like he was in his 20s. He looked like he was strung out on heroin. They brought him out to present Game of the Year award, and he just looked like a snooty, snobby little Hollywood little Richie Rich kid, and he looked like he didn't even want to be on the stage. Like, a few other channels have talked about it, but like, we don't need to have all these movie stars showing up to present these awards. Like Matthew McConaughey, like coming on stage to talk about how he's, voice acting in a video game that we don't even know anything about. So just really, really fucking weird shit for sure. Last year was weird too. They did that out with Al Pacino. He came out, 81-year-old Al Pacino came out, rolling out in a wheelchair to present an award. So yeah, there's that, and then you got fucking Sydney Goodman. Jeff's banging her. Jeff's banging her for sure. Oh, for sure. Oh, hell yeah. We could talk about that another day. But yeah, no, just unbelievable. So the awards that they hand out, they I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but they give each recipient about 30 seconds to say something in front of the mic, and there's like a teleprompter in front of them, which you can't see when you're watching at home, and it says "wrap it up," like in big letters, "wrap it up." So you got Sam Lake on stage receiving an award for Alan Wake 2, and he's being told to wrap it up 30 seconds into his speech, and the music's coming on, and he's not even allowed to give a proper speech. So yeah, really weird shit going on. But then they bring out Jeff's bed buddy there, Hideo Kojima, and they proceed to talk about this game that we don't know anything about. That sounds like it's tied. So Kojima's finally come over to the dark side. He's on Team Xbox now, apparently. He's coming out with a game called OD, and it ties into Microsoft Game Pass, and it sounds like it's internet based, and it sounds like it might be involving full motion video. So you could bet your ass it probably has something to do with internet connectivity and real time and all the rest of it. And it's probably, somewhat of a throwback to maybe full motion video games on the Sega CD, brought up to modern times with the like I said, availability of the internet and Game Pass. So anyways, it doesn't sound very interesting to me. And they spend about 10 minutes talking. Keeley's talking to Kojima on stage for about 10 minutes about this teaser trailer that we really have no idea what it's about. Yet you don't have any time to let these poor souls that are receiving awards for their games, you don't give them any time to say what they want to say on the mic, but you've got all the time in the world for Kojima. Oh my god. So there was some weird shit going on like that, and then at the beginning of the show, like the pre-show, Super Mario Wonder won an award, and the guy that works for Nintendo, I don't even know his name, is it Doug Bowser? Maybe you can correct me in the comments below. He looks like he's in his 60s. He comes out to receive the award. It's like, give me a fucking break. This guy doesn't play video games at all. All he cares about is lining up money in the shareholders' pockets. Absolutely ridiculous. But I think the biggest issue I have with the Game Awards, and maybe it's just because we had such a huge year that everybody, as far as Sega, Sony, Nintendo is concerned, they put all their eggs in one basket. And so when the Game Awards came around, there's nothing else to show. There was nothing. Hardly anything from Microsoft. Hardly anything. There wasn't much from Nintendo. And I don't recall seeing too much from Sony either. I saw a lot of anime stuff, a lot of Persona, a lot of indie garbage. They were obviously showcasing a lot of, inclusiveness as far as indie games that appeal to a wide audience. There was a big emphasis on that. Fine, whatever. It was disappointing. Nothing new from id Software, nothing new from Tango. No Evil Within 3. You got nothing here from Cyan Entertainment. I heard we were getting a modern remake of Riven, and I thought maybe we would see a trailer for that. Nothing for that. None of these old IPs being resurrected. No Gears of War. No new Duke Nukem. It's just disappointing. No teaser for Max Payne. Nothing. It was the worst Game Awards show of all time. I actually, and you guys are going to think I'm being sarcastic when I say this, already at the 12-minute mark here. I fell asleep at one point. I fell asleep. It may have been a combination of me just being tired, but I'm telling you, had I been interested, I wouldn't have fell asleep. So I fell asleep towards the end of the show, and I missed the old Gods of Asgard performance, which I watched this morning, which was kind of weird too. It wasn't very metal, if you ask me. It played out more like Rihanna at the Super Bowl halftime show, with a bunch of session musicians behind her playing guitar. So that's kind of weird, kind of cool. It is Alan Wake 2, so I got to support it. Yeah, just really bummed out. Really bummed out. Not a very good award show. No good trailers. Starfield got snubbed. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Baldur's Gate 3, I still don't know anybody that's ever played that game before. I don't know what the big deal is with Baldur's Gate 3. I don't understand. I guess I just don't understand. I guess I need to go buy Baldur's Gate 3 and open my eyes to this boring looking RPG. Oh my god. Oh my god. So that's it. That's it for my thoughts on the Game Awards. I don't have much else to say about that. But I think I'll echo, the sentiment that's going around by a lot of other folks out there. I think Keighley should just scrap the idea of having it as the Game Awards, get rid of the awards, and just treat it as, like Winter Games Fest as an example. And just showcase a bunch of trailers. Just don't bother with the awards, because clearly it's an afterthought. You're not giving people appropriate time to speak on the mic, but you've got all the time in the world to talk for 10 minutes on stage with your buddy Hideo Kojima, and it's just really disrespectful to all the game developers out there. Jeff Keighley, you should be ashamed of yourself. God damn it. Oh my god. Unbelievable. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, but I guess maybe we'll save it for another day. Let me know if you guys want me to rant about it. I wanted to talk about the Blaze Evercade, the recent Duke Nukem combo packs that have been released that were absolutely botched by Blaze Entertainment. You had one job and you fucked it up, Blaze. So we won't talk about it here, but let me know if you want me to talk about that. I can follow it up with a second video this weekend. But I'm going to leave it at that. What are your thoughts on this year's 2023 Game Awards? Were you as disappointed as I was to not see more of a presence from Microsoft? Todd Howard wasn't even there. Neither was Phil Spencer. They don't give a fuck about you, Keighley. They don't give a fuck about you. They're pissed off. They're pissed off that you snubbed Starfield for no reason. And you snubbed RoboCop Rogue City as well. Unfucking believable. Oh my god. Ugh. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. You people are wonderful and beautiful. You take care.